dear friends from the Doker Film Festival, dear friends from Russia, and everyone of the festival. My name is Sara, and I'm recording this video just to let you know how sorry, how sad I feel for not being able to make it and be with you guys tonight at the screening. Yesterday night, I was supposed to travel, but the lady at the counter told me that it was impossible for me as a Spanish citizen to travel without a visa because it's very hard for Spanish citizens. I don't know why, but there are a lot of restrictions. And well, it looked like at the festival they thought I was a Peruvian citizen, and nobody told them the opposite. Nobody at the production company here, and nobody told me anything either. So we didn't know that I had to go through all that procedure that usually takes like a month. So it was like impossible for me for the very beginning to join you because the procedure takes a lot of time and you need a lot of things. So yesterday I discovered at the airport and that was very frustrating, very frustrating. You have no idea because I was so excited about the possibility of joining the festival and also visiting Russia, Moscow. It was a dream come true for me. That's a very special place in the world. In my mind, I had like, well, one day I'll visit Russia, but I never thought this could happen. You might be wondering why, I mean, when representing a Peruvian film, I'm traveling as a Spanish citizen. And then I have to explain you. I would like to let you know that I was brought to Spain when I was 12. My mom, who's our personal hero in the family, because my parents were separated when I was a kid, um, decided to bring us here, me and my siblings, in a moment when Peru was facing a lot of trouble. There was a lot of corruption among politicians and terrorism, and it was very hard to live in the country. So I was like for immigrant because I never wanted to leave Peru. I was very in love with my country, and I'm still very in love with Peru. Uh, he is like my Peru. I look at this person, eh, and and that's why I say he. It's very special for me. I've got like a very romantic relationship with Peru since I was a kid. And also my dad used to send me like old records from traditional music. Um, so that's I don't want to beat about the bush, but yeah, that's why I mean Kachkanirqmi usually says that this film is about well, it's about many things. It shows many sides of a country that usually are not shown by tourism companies. You know, like the humble parts of our country and the traditional musicians that are the ones who really keep the tradition and the legacy and the poetry of our art and then it's sad because the government usually don't promote them as they should and they are not as popular as they should. So when talking about different phases of the country, he says that there's also a country out of the country, and that I'm in the film representing this part. So it's the Peru in the exile, because I was an immigrant since I was a kid, and I never wanted to leave Peru. So I've never had since I came when I was a kid. I never had the Peruvian citizenship. I haven't even got a passport nor an ID. So uh, eventually, yesterday, that was a huge problem, and that was the reason why I'm not with you. It's all because of the paperwork and bureaucracy, as usual. And also, I'm not when I became an adult, and I wanted to have this. these papers, um, I went to my embassy, the Peruvian embassy in Spain, and as I never voted, I was supposed to pay like a fine for because it's compulsory in Peru, so to vote. So I had to pay like a lot of money to get that like my Peruvian ID. So eventually, as I don't believe in politics nowadays, I didn't do it. I didn't pay for my citizenship. It's a lot of money. So that's why I haven't got those papers. Because as a Peruvian, it would have been possible to travel, but well, you never know. God knows only. So, well, I want to tell you thank you in behalf of the director and especially the editor. It is a woman. I'm very proud of the fact that it is a woman. She's called Fabiola Cialer. But I was very happy that the movie was awarded with this honor because it took a long time. First, it took a long time recording, but then it took a long time to edit the film. Sorry, it took a long time to film the movie and the music and everything, and then it took a long time to make the edition because um, it feels like there was such an amount of material that they weren't able to choose what to keep and what to dump. So it was very hard work. Corcuera and Fabiola had to make a huge effort because there were a lot of beautiful scenes, and eventually they decided that what you can see was was gonna remain forever, and that you have where you have a 2 hours film also because it was very hard to choose. So well, there are several things that I would like to tell you about the movie. Many important things like well, it's showing the internal war among the terrorists and the military forces in a part where because that was very important. Nobody told the world about this huge tragedy in Peru that was going on in the 70s and the 80s. There's a scene where Sila Yanes sings and you can see a lot of doors that are closed with the lockers. All the people that had to leave the mountains because of running away or that were just dead because they were killed and unfairly killed. Uh, that's one of the main issues that I always like to talk about because it's something that is not that obvious sometimes. Also, the fact that there are so many women, and if you realize there are only women singing, and there's an intention behind that. It's not because there are no male singers in Peru. There are, and very good indeed. But well, the presence of women is very important. It's capital, and also the water. Water is one of the main characters of the film. It's a connector along the trip, along the journey. Um, because well, in fact we have problems with water because of the international, multinational companies that go and set the mines there and and, and they pollute the nature of, of our mountains and our very beautiful settings and well that's a tragedy that we have in Peru. Nobody talks about this growth. And of course the countrymen and women fight for this, fight against uh, these people, but it feels like the interest of governments and enterprises is bigger than the health and the happiness of our people in the Andes and so on. Well, there are many things that could be said about Sigo Siendo. First, I should have started by saying that it's a Quechua word that means I still being. It's a greeting. When people meet each other in the villages, they greet each other by saying Kachkanirqmi, which means I, I'm still the one that I used to be. I'm still here. I'm still being the one that you used to know. I'm still here inside of myself. Here I am, right? That's what Kashkanirahmi means. And well, as I'm telling you, there are many things that I would like to tell you, but it's gonna be a very long video, so I'll try to make it short. Don't want to forget to say thank you in the name of everyone. There are more than 20 artists in this movie, and everyone is very happy that the movie is traveling this much because we are very proud of our tradition, but we never knew that people abroad was gonna connect with with our feelings and with our sensibility. So it's very special for us. And also, thanks everyone in the jury, everyone that was involved, everyone in the team of the festival, especially Irina. I have no words. You've been very kind to me, so thank you from the heart. And I'm very sorry. Maybe someday we can meet. If you ever come to Spain, here I am, of course. I would like to leave you with a couple of lines of verses from traditional waltz that was written by Lorenzo Humberto Sotomayor, who's a Peruvian composer, and usually sung by Jesus Vasquez. It's a lady already passed away. She was very important in our Creole music tradition, and the song that I've chosen is because of the bad luck that sometimes I feel that I'm having, and it's called Corazon. It's a song that is supposed to be sung to your own heart when you feel that such bad luck is remaining all the time. So it goes like this. Corazón, ¿hasta cuándo estás sufriendo? ¿Hasta cuándo estás llorando? ¿Hasta cuándo, corazón? Yo confío que esta ha sido una prueba, corazón, una de las tantas pruebas que nos suele mandar Dios. Corazón, ya bastante hemos sufrido, ya la vida nos ha dado muchos golpes, corazón. Yo confío que algún día no habrá más fatalidad y ese día gozaremos, corazón. Yo confío que algún día no habrá más fatalidad y ese día gozaremos, corazón.